They say some forests don't just grow trees, they grow secrets. And this one was never meant to be walked through. Not by Evelyn, not by Mark, and definitely not by Sawyer. It all started with a dare, one night in Hallow, Sawyer smirked, pointing to the dark green wall of trees that swallowed the last light of sunset. No phones, no flashlights, just you, me, and Mark. Like the old days, but Evelyn knew better. She had heard the stories. People went in, and didn't come out quite right. Some never came out at all, but Sawyer was always the brave one. Mark was always the curious one, and Evelyn, she was the one who always followed them. They crossed the rusted nitrogen monoxide trespassing sign just as the last bird stopped singing in that silence. It wasn't peaceful. It was the kind of silence that listens. Feels colder in here, Mark whispered, pulling his hoodie tighter. There was no wind, no echo, just the crunch of their footsteps, the sound of something else crunching behind them, perfectly in sync. Sawyer stopped walking. Did you hear that? They turned. Nothing. No one. Evelyn's stomach twisted. Her grandma once told her the forest chooses who it lets go. They kept walking. Minutes passed. Or was it hours? Time didn't seem to move the same way anymore. Let's head back, Evelyn finally said. But when they turned around, the path was gone. Not overgrown, not hidden. Just, it's gone. Mark pulled out his phone. No signal. No GPS. The screen flickered. Once, then died. Sawyer laughed nervously. Okay? We're probably just circling, Trees mess with your sense of direction. But Evelyn noticed something. A carving in one of the trees. Her initials, E.H., from when she and her brother had wandered in as kids only. 10 minutes before their dad pulled them out screaming. That tree should have been near the entrance. So why was it? Here, wait, Mark said, voice cracking. Do you guys hear? Humming. They did. A soft, childlike melody, coming from somewhere just ahead. Sawyer stepped forward. Maybe someone's out there. No. Evelyn grabbed his arm. Didn't you hear what they said about the girl? The one who went missing in '98? People swore they heard her humming for weeks afterward from inside the trees. Sawyer pulled away, but Evelyn noticed something strange. His shadow was facing the wrong way. The moon was behind them, but his shadow was in front. That's when she realized, this forest doesn't lose people, it trades them. Mark suddenly screamed. Not a normal scream, a hollow, guttural sound, like the air had been punched out of his soul. They turned. He was gone. No rustling, no footsteps, just ... gone, like he had never existed. Mark, Evelyn shouted. Sawyer ran in the direction he'd been known to freeze mid-step. There was something ahead. A figure. Small, pale, motionless. A girl. With no face, just smooth, blank skin. And that same humming. Sawyer stepped back. So did Evelyn. The girl's head tilted, as if listening. Then branches burst from the ground like skeletal hands, grabbing at Sawyer's ankles. He tried to scream, but the forest doesn't like noise. It covered his mouth and pulled slowly, lovingly, like it had waited years just to taste him. Evelyn ran. She didn't know where, just away. Every tree looked the same. Every sound echoed wrong. She could feel something chasing her, and something else guiding her. And then she saw it. The sign, rusty, half buried in moss. The exit. She didn't think, she just ran right through it. Out. She collapsed by the road. It was morning birds. CHIRPE. Normal. Peaceful. Too peaceful. The town found her hours later alone, shaking, mumbling something about trees that whisper names and shadows that lie. They asked her where Mark and Sawyer were. She didn't answer. She couldn't, because the forest still had them. And deep inside the woods, if you listen closely, you can hear humming and the whisper of footsteps. Key finds end with narrator whispering, "This forest is forbidden for a reason." Key, but some people learn that too late.